This week we're taking a look at the ongoing contact tracing security concerns, the $100,000 Apple bug bounty, and REvil Ransomware strikes again. Welcome to the Hut6 Infosec Roundup. Hi, my name is Alex James, and this is the Hut6 Infosec Roundup, where we take a look at some of the most pressing matters, latest trends, and industry news from across the world of information security. First up this week, security researcher receives $100,000 Apple bug bounty. A security researcher has been awarded an impressive $100,000 by Apple after discovering a zero-day flaw in the company's third-party sign-in technology, Sign In with Apple. The critical flaw, which was originally discovered in April, could have allowed attackers to take over Apple user accounts whilst also jeopardizing the security of third-party app users. Though an internal investigation determined that the flaw had not led to any misuse or account compromise, the company still thought it serious enough to award a $100,000 bug bounty. Mr. Jain, the security researcher who found the flaw, works full-time presently as a bug bounty hunter and has discovered numerous flaws in a variety of different well-known platforms, including Facebook, Google, and Pinterest. Apple, like many other companies, invites researchers to submit their work and discoveries whilst offering rewards of up to $1 million for the most serious of flaws. Contact tracing security concerns mount. As security researchers criticise the ease with which attackers could exploit methods of contact, concern grows over the UK's COVID-19 Test and Trace programme. The programme, which was designed to gather information about those reporting coronavirus symptoms, could be exploited with relatively simple methods such as call and text spoofing by cybercriminals to extract important, sensitive and personal information from unsuspecting members of the public. Along with issues of anonymity, data retention and physical staffing, the programme has already faced several public setbacks. With many coronavirus-related scam calls and texts already happening, much of the concern around this matter hinges on the government asking members of the public to anticipate calls in which they are expected to hand over personal or sensitive information. Though the UK government has published information regarding what will and will not be asked by so-called contact tracers, at this particularly sensitive time, there seems to be little that can be done by citizens to verify the authenticity of those contacting them. As always, the advice remains that any particularly sensitive information, such as bank account details, passwords, or other private data, is never handed over to unverified parties, and that known scams are reported to the appropriate authorities. For the latest information on the Test and Trace programme, please check the government's official advice, a link to which is provided in the description. Ransomware attackers publish Alexon passports. Following a hack that took place on the 14th of May, cybercriminals have published passport information stolen from UK utilities company Alexon. Attributed to the international ransomware as a service known as REvil, a cache of around 1,200 files have been uploaded to the cybercriminals' Tor webpage. Responsible for a plethora of recent ransomware attacks, including the New Year's Travelex heist, it's thought that this particular strain of ransomware has generated upwards of $2 billion in ill-gotten gains. Though the reason for the passport information being published remains unclear, Alexon has stated publicly that, despite the cyber attack, call services remain unaffected, whilst also adding and reassuring stakeholders that, as they do not hold any customer-level data, there is no risk to the public. That's all the time we have for this week's episode of Infosec Roundup. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and if you're interested in finding out more about information security awareness training, please be sure to head over to the Hut6 website.